So GSA stands for Gay Straight Alliance, but often students will decide to use another name. Some schools are using Gender Sexuality Alliance. Some schools refer to a club that speaks about initiatives that would refer to students from diverse backgrounds, and they might call it a social justice club. The names vary. The premise of establishing a group is really formulating a group of like-minded students who want to discuss, meet, promote education in a very safe space.
The club's focus is constantly evolving, and not every meeting is the same. Some days students just want to meet, to be, to hang out, to enjoy each other's company. And some days, maybe there's some bullying or problems addressed, or maybe they've heard some homophobic slurs, or they felt violated by something that's gone on. And it's time for those members who are interested in advocacy to start brainstorming how we might use allies, how we might start a campaign, how we might promote awareness.
You know, sometimes for a lot of people who don't understand what the group is, my biggest suggestion would be to try to go to a meeting one time, if you'd like. A lot of people aren't really aware of this. They kind of leave out the straight alliance part of it, where they think it's only a space for queer youth, even though we always welcome allies. In fact, it's highly encouraged. So if they feel like they don't understand or want to know what goes on there, they're always welcome to come. We won't judge. No one makes judgments here about your preferences or your intentions.
So what we do at a lot of our meetings is we talk about like some of our highs and lows of the weeks, and how we can just try and make our school like a safer place. We've put up some posters for Catholic Education Week to kind of promote our GSA and make sure everyone knows that they're welcome here, and it's a safe place where you can ask questions about, you know, the LGBTQ+ community, and you have those people who will support you.
What I've learned about GSAs in high schools, the presence alone of the club is a source of support to students. And it's not always students who identify as LGBTIQ+. It's students who maybe have been affected by bullying in their past, maybe who have felt what it is to be victimized in their lives. And it's also for those students who might identify but are not ready to come forth to join the club. So the presence of the club itself definitely makes a statement about how we feel about taking care of our students in the building, upholding the dignity of every student.
I would just say it's really a chance for us to feel that we could just be ourselves without judgment. It's a way to remind ourselves that we're not alone, and also that we can work together to hopefully make like a better tomorrow for anyone that does feel alone. So
I think that it's really important that we have these GSAs and just be so open about having them, not hide them in the dark, because it creates more acceptance, and it like allows the other people outside the school board and such to see that it's not bad. Like, the school board is accepting and supportive.
Like, I didn't know where the gender neutral washroom was. I had to ask. Somebody brought me, they showed me, they waited, and they showed me around the school when I first came here, and I came out to a few of them, and they supported me.
One thing about being Catholic and having faith is that you are loving to other people. You treat people the way you want to be treated. Really, what would Jesus do? Would he treat people unkind? Whoever is sort of the leper at the time, you know, and that's changed through society and over time. And, you know, Jesus treated everyone with kindness and with love, and who are we to do that any differently? Who are we to turn somebody away from God or let them think that they're not loved? I mean, I think that's the sin, not loving these kids, because that's the message of what being a true Christian is loving others, not judging others.
As a teacher, to let the kids in my class know that I'm an ally, and I've got that ally sticker right on my podium in the classroom, and just to make sure that you're listening and you're paying attention and you're shooting down that that homophobic bullying every time you hear it, and make sure that the kids in your class know that that's not acceptable and that's not part of what's accepted in your classrooms.
It's not about celebrating one day or 1 month out of the year, it's throughout the year. So what we try to do throughout the year is incorporate programming, initiatives, events, opportunities for students to really feel like they belong in the community. And that's a day-to-day thing. So I think the message really is, June might be Pride Month, but I think we're proud all year long of all our students, and they're accepted, and they're loved, and they're supported.
Most people don't want to be hurtful, and we believe in that, and we move forward believing in that. That it's a matter of educating, and once people are educated, environments change.
I think like the most important part of the GSA is like, even if you're not a part of it, it just like shows people in the school that there is like a group, there is acceptance and like a safe space. You see it and you think, I'm not alone. Like you see that there's more people like you, and you don't feel as isolated, and you know that there's people around the school that are going to accept you and that are going to be nice, and like you have a group where you belong.